fun.
Yes.
Well, what do you have for us tonight
I
on this
actually
lovely episode?
I actually um have a listener story to tell.
We have listeners?
I
That's so
know.
exciting.
And
Yay.
I know I'm actually kind of shocked. It was in our inbox and I was like, "What?" Um
Nice.
yeah. So I mean, I'm just going to share it. I'm not going to say any names just cuz, that's I don't want to out
Anonymity
anybody.
and all.
Yeah. So it just says, "Hi there. I just finished listening to your debut episode and wanted to share a bit about my relationship journey with my husband. We didn't meet until later in life. He was 38 and I was in my early 30s. By then, he had had two kids from a previous relationship. It wasn't exactly the fairy tale start, pardon me, you might imagine, but it was real and heartfelt. When we first got together, it wasn't this immediate spark. Instead, it was slow, steady connection that grew deeper over time. I embraced his kids wholeheartedly as part of my life, and it felt very natural, even though I have never had kids of my own. I never tried to replace their mom. I just wanted to be a positive presence in their lives. Blending families isn't always easy, especially when you're both set in your ways. But we have made it work by communicating openly and honestly. We didn't shy away from the tough conversations, whether about parenting, finances, or our own fears. We took our time to build strong foundation before deciding to marry. Now, after 6 years of marriage, I can honestly say it was worth every moment. We've built a partnership based on mutual respect and understanding. Getting married later in life gave us both the chance to really know ourselves and each other, and that made our relationship stronger. I hope this story gives you hope if you're wondering about finding love later in life. It's never too late to find something real and lasting. Take care. So I thought it was just a
Mm,
sweet story, you know.
that is nice.
Yeah, I thought it was just, it kind of fit with our other episode, and I just
Mm.
wanted to share that. And I
What
thought,
was what was our episode 1? I'm trying to remember. Was
it was lasting
must
relationships.
have been about relationships.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
both of our lasting relationships we were talking about, because we've both been
Oh yeah.
married for what seems like forever, but not that long. So, you know, um,
Forever not forever.
yes, it doesn't seem like that much time has gone by, but it definitely has. So
Yeah.
it's kind of mind
I
blowing.
remember being in a restaurant with Trevor once, and it was a restaurant we went to really often because it was quite close to his work. So when we would join each other for lunch, they him and his colleagues and would just go there quite often. And so the owner was a husband and wife, and so they knew him. They knew us when we
Hmm.
came in. So get the same thing and you know talk a little bit or whatever. And I remember him saying something to us about do you guys work together or whatever, and at that time we didn't, but we'd wanted to, or we had in the past or whatever. And he's like, I have to work with my wife every day, and he had a little bit of an accent, and so it was really like you're trying to understand. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, and we're thinking, oh, that's really nice, you get to work with your wife every day. And he's like, no, I have to look at her face every day. And he puts his hand up like, I have to look at her face every day. And I'm like, ooh, I
Yeah.
don't want to. Glad
So
she didn't hear that.
so those were not good life choices.
Maybe don't go into business with your partner if you don't want to look at their face
No,
every day.
right? Yeah,
uh, Trev
crazy.
and I've always liked working together, but we have different working. Like there's definitely we can butt heads on different
Uh-huh.
things. I don't like being taught anything technical.
Mhm.
It's like trying to teach me math. I'm going to check out. I'm not going to pay attention. I'm not going to be happy with you that you're trying to teach me math,
Yeah.
even if I asked for
I
the
know.
lesson.
Yeah.
It's like how it is with tech as well. He's trying to set up the light or something for this podcast, and I'm like,
I know.
"Are you done?"
I
Like,
know. I was just sitting here getting ready for this and we were talking about the mic and he's like it needs to be close to your face. And I'm like, I know. And he's like it needs to be close to your face and I'm like, I know, but I'm not I'm not about to step into to recording, so it doesn't need to be in my face right now. But he's just trying to be helpful. But in my mind, I'm like, I just want to sit here for a minute. So,
just give me
you
a
know,
second. I just need a
yeah.
pause.
We don't I don't think it's like I think it's certain things that we work well with, and then other things I'm kind of like, I'm not interested in that at all. So I don't really want to work with you with that. So
It's more for me it's more just the mood I'm in the
yeah.
moment, right? Like my get in the mornings, I'm switched on, I can learn stuff. I'm happy
Hmm.
to, if I have to do my taxes, that's when I'm going to do it. If I have to
Yeah.
write a report, that's when I'm going to do it. But after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, don't ask me to do anything hard. Like, I'm just not going to be able to focus on. It's not my time of day. I
Yeah.
can't. That's when I need to start. Like, I move all my tasks for that time of day are usually things that I really enjoy doing, or they're just like not mentally taxing because I
Hmm.
can't focus. Can't, like,
Yeah.
in the evenings. That's not my time.
Yeah. I find
But yeah.
I I don't know. I find I'm most creative in the middle of the night because my brain will wake
Oh,
me
good.
up. Yeah.
That's the
But it's
years of working night shifts that go.
it is. But it's
Yeah.
weird because even now, like, I'll go to bed, but then it's like I can hear my brain talking, and so it wakes me up, and then I'm like, "Oh, I need to write that down," or I need to remember that," or "Oh, that's a good idea," or, and I'm always like and then I lay there and I'm like, "It's 4 o'clock in the morning." Like, I
Yeah.
should be sleeping.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh, I
it's
should
dumb.
read you. I want to read you. Okay, this was a 4 in the morning thought,
Oh, okay.
and I'm gonna read it to you. It's just really short. It's
Yeah.
important, and then we should wrap up so we don't keep
Yes.
boring people all night, all day long. Um, but okay, I gotta. It's just right here. Okay, this is all the note says. Little girl to the left.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Woke up, no idea what that meant. I
Yeah.
wasn't drinking when I went to bed or anything like that.
Yeah.
No freaking clue. Little girl to the left. Is that
Mhm.
like, am I writing a book? Is it song lyrics? Am I
Uh-huh.
like, did I have some sort of sad moment about myself? Like, what the hell is
Yeah.
little girl to the left? What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like,
Happens to me a lot. Is it the
I
beginning of like Alzheimer's or something?
no,
I don't
no.
know.
It's that state of delusion between sleep and reality. It's, um,
No, I literally woke up in the night with this like brilliant thought
mhm.
and wrote it down.
It's like, did you ever watch Seinfeld? Ever? No?
Not
Okay.
really. I found it super annoying.
Okay, so there's actually an episode where like Jerry wakes up in the middle of the night and on a post-it note he writes like 3 words and it's like he can't figure out what it is. And so he's asking everybody, asking everybody, asking everybody, and then finally he's like just sort of sitting there and this like old show comes on and the guy on the TV says something and he was like, "That's what it is." But he's like, "That's not funny at all. Like, why would I write that down?" It's just like you do
I
strange
don't
things,
get
right?
it.
Why was that the thing? Yeah, I've done
Oh
that. I've
gosh.
scribbled and then I'm like, "What did I scribble?" Like, I don't even know what that is. It's fine. Yeah, our brains work great.
I want I want to press pause here because it'd be a nice segue for Rob.
Mhm.
Um, because I want to read you this little unbelievable flip fact. It's really short,
Okay.
but I'll do a hey Ricky, can I read you this little unbelievable fact I found?
Okay. So let's
It's a good one.
just wait because I gotta
Are you
like make
ready?
sure. Just wait, I gotta make sure because I don't
Mm-hmm.
want people thinking I have a cocaine problem because I keep rubbing my nose. So
There is no she has no problem with
no.
cocaine. Don't worry about it.
Woo. Okay,
All right,
and go.
this is unbelievable facts, and I'm crediting the actual like Facebook or whatever unbelievable fact. But Elvis Presley. So you've heard like Elvis Presley. Everybody knows he liked kind of some weird food like peanut butter and
Hmm.
banana sandwiches. That's not weird. That's delicious.
Uh huh.
But like peanut butter and bacon, like I've heard some, But whatever, teach their own.
Sure.
I grew up with kids that ate peanut butter with sweet pickle sandwiches, and
Uh
it was
huh.
really good. So this says Elvis Presley once decided that he wanted a fool's gold loaf, a sandwich that contained a hollowed out loaf of bread filled with one jar each of creamy peanut butter, so a jar on one side of this bread,
Ooh.
and one side of grape jelly on the other side of the bread. So this would be like two halves of very weighty, a pound each.
Yeah.
And then so that's enough to stop his heart. Like we all
Yeah.
know that whatever. That's enough to stop his heart. But in he also goes ahead and puts a pound of bacon in it.
Oh, gross.
And that
Ugh.
that Presley, Elvis, and his guests flew from Memphis to Denver to eat 22 of these sandwiches,
Gross.
each of which had 8,000 calories in it per sandwich. So I
That's
don't know how
gross.
many guests he had. It doesn't say. But they flew from Memphis to Denver to eat 22 of these sandwiches.
Who
Ugh,
signed up
so
for
gross.
that? Who signed up? Who was like, you know what? That sounds like a good
I
idea.
mean, come on. Honestly, if Elvis Presley asked you probably to go in his private jet from Memphis to Denver to participate in eating 22 of these, like, you'd just want to do it to say you did it. You'd want to do
I
it to be like, wait, are you punking me right now? Is this real? And I would just want to know.
But how many
So,
people
yeah.
actually ate it? And how many people did it take to eat each sandwich? Because that's
And
a
how
lot.
many people were like really sick after? Because I
Probably
can't even
everybody.
imagine. That's so
Like,
gross.
just the thought of
Anyways,
eating it, I think I would be sick.
that
Yeah, this was
yeah,
great hanging
that's
out. We had so much fun. And this sandwich is
yeah.
disgusting. Like,
And
I
I will
don't,
never look at peanut butter or jam or bacon the same
yeah,
again.
that's, I have
But it would
some,
honestly the loaf of bread like hollowed out, so it'd be like
yeah,
two troughs
yeah,
of bread that have been. That's so gross.
that is gross. I
Anyways,
actually just watched,
that's
like about hollowing out loaves. I just watched a guy on TikTok who he does like these old recipes, like from like back in the day. And he just did one where they hollowed out a loaf and they put in like cream cheese and tuna and stuff in it. And it was like a sourdough one and they hollowed it out. And it was like, I was like, who's going to eat that? That's just wetness and gross.
oh yuck.
Yeah. So that's what the peanut butter and
Uh,
jelly thing kind of reminds me of, like wet bread, like that, I just, yeah.
so gross.
So gross. I don't even.
uh,
Yeah.
anyways,
Anyways,
uh, hey, should I read a listener? A listener. What
read
is it? Email. Somebody read a
listener,
listener
a
email.
listener write in
I have
email
I
or
have an email, yeah, write in, but we got this email as well, a little while ago. So let me read it to you.
Mhm.
Um, hey ladies, I listened to your. I don't know if I like being called hey ladies.
Hey ladies,
I don't know. I
hey
don't know about that.
ladies, get
I think it's
funky.
better.
I don't
It's
even know.
better than. What are you doing? It's better. It's better than gals. I'm not a fan of gals
Or
either.
ma'am. Either ma'am.
That happens more and more and more. I don't even know. I'm trying
Oh,
to embrace it. Hi, ma'am.
I'm not in trying to embrace that at all.
All right. Well, I'll just go with what this
Yes.
listener wrote. Hi, ladies. I listened to your episode and felt the need to share this little spooky encounter I had. Well, I like spooky encounters.
Yeah, me too.
Late one night at the old hotel I worked at as a night clerk. Sorry, I got to put my glasses on. That will be helpful. There. Um, I was fairly new to this job, and tonight was the first night of me working on the front desk. The hotel was eerily quiet. It was so old, so it had the occasional creak of old floorboards and the hum of fluorescent lights. It was something to get used to, but there were other people working, so it didn't seem too bad. I was working the late shift, so around 3 a.m., the front door creaked open, and what I would call a figure wrapped in a dark coat entered. What? The, the guest was fairly tall, and their face was obscured by a wide brimmed hat pulled low. It seemed slightly weird, but it was also late, so it could be just a long day of travel. I guess that's what I said to rationalize the off-put feeling I was getting. It seemed to happen quickly. I was polite. So I didn't pre-read this. So I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, I'm trying to like process it as it, cuz I'm thinking, okay, it's 3 a.m. and the front door opens and there's a figure wrapped in what they would call a like a wide-brimmed hat pulled low and a dark coat. Like I'd be like,
I would be like, where's
thank you.
911?
Um,
Where do we call?
we're actually closed
Yes.
at the moment, and they say like there were other people around, so it wasn't scary. Like, where are these other people?
I know. Are
right
they
now? Because
are
I'd
they in
be
the
like,
bathroom?
"Hello?"
Like, did they
am I working
evaporate?
alone? So, anyways, it says it seemed to happen quickly. I was polite. Welcome. Can I help you get checked in? The figure nodded slightly and showed me a key that showed me a key they had to one of our rooms. I noticed the number tag attached was for a room that had been out of order for years. Like, okay, stop. It was a physical key, like not a card.
I
So a physical key.
well,
Like,
if
first of
this
all,
is an
when
old
was
hotel,
this?
I mean, like in Leroy, I
Maybe
think we had keys,
where
right?
is this hotel? But it had
Maybe
okay,
it
so it's
was
for a
Leroy.
room that had oh gosh. This is for a hotel room that had been out of order for years. Room 327. They had told me about this room and said it was unusable. So I found it's very strange. However, the figure walked towards the elevator. Before I could process the situation and ask them any other questions, they had gone up the elevator. I did follow, and when the elevators opened with a soft ding, I hesitated to exit, but decided to
I would be like
check
this.
out.
I'd be like this to like if I was getting off that elevator, I'd be like, whoa, yeah, and I'd be, like
First of all, just let your guests be like they're already in the elevator.
yes.
Why chase them down?
Who investigates stuff? I don't understand. Like,
I
there's
know.
nothing good comes of investigating any of
This
this.
is the equivalent of the girl in their underwear going outside the cabin in the middle of the night to
Yes.
check out the noise.
Yeah, we don't
Whatever.
do that. It's a no.
So when they write, I hesitated to exit. I'm thinking, no shit, Sherlock. Like, yeah,
Well, I would have just went back
hesitated to
down.
exit too. So, anyways, they say I walked up to the room. The door was weirdly ajar, and I could see it was completely empty. A thick layer of dust and darkness. Only the moon lit up parts of the room. It definitely scared me, and as I stepped back from the front door, a seriously cold draft drifted through the hallway. Turning back, I could see the room's door wide open and the tall figure standing in the middle of the room, face still hidden. It was as if the figure was waiting for me. I think I froze in fear, not knowing what to do.
Did you
Okay.
pee? Because I would have.
I'm just gonna quickly use your bathroom here because I need
Yeah,
to change.
quickly.
My
I
shirts.
wouldn't even make it to the
All-
bathroom in my
All of
pants.
a sudden, hey, I don't know where this story came from. This can't be real. Really? Like, this is all of a sudden, the lights flickered and I could hear a chilling whisper that said, "Welcome back." With an unbelievable shiver, I fled the scene terrified. I felt as though the figure was following me. So out of panic, I took the stairwell. As soon as I reached, well, yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
would.
get that because are you gonna like wait?
You're
For
not
the
gonna be like
elevator?
wait. Yes, you're gonna be like
You
I'm
know,
panicking, button
yeah,
pushing. No, I'd be running.
yeah. Just hold, please. And then, yeah, I'd be worried. I'd get in that elevator, the door would close, and they'd be standing beside me.
Yes.
As soon as I reached my coworker, I reported the incident. There wasn't much either of us wanted to do, but the next morning, maintenance and and management went up to investigate and found the door to room 327 had been secure like it had been for years. Management unbolted the locks and entered the space to see inside. It was completely unoccupied, just as it had been for years. I made the decision that this was not the job for me. Oh, I
Um.
have so many questions. So, okay, so why was that room unoccupied in the first place? Like,
Mhm.
what was it about room 327 that they couldn't use it? Like, they never explained that. If
Yeah.
you are the one who wrote this in or sent this, please tell us
Yes. Why
what
was?
about room 327 and how come
Did
it's
it
a
have
key and
mold
not
in
a
it?
it did have mold on one of our last episodes? Like, what?
Like it's what?
Yeah, okay, so I need to say this. For all of you who are writing in, we've been getting a few people writing in here and there. It's so nice. Tell us the whole story.
Yeah.
We have to know. Don't leave parts out. And
We
if
need
if
details.
we
I
need to do
need.
some of the research, we can do it. If it's
Yeah.
a story you heard and maybe there's more info or people we can talk to, but we want your stories,
Mhm.
definitely. But oh my gosh, this just leaves me with so many questions. So
Yes.
hopefully the person who wrote this can do a little follow up if they have. I want to know why the room was like not usable. I want to know how old was this hotel that they didn't have key cards because they had elevators, right? So
Mhm. Yes, but this person could be
that's a
older
lot.
too, right? And this could have happened many years ago, right? So,
True,
right?
true. Yeah,
Let's not
but
just
we don't
assume
know
it's a
because
day
they
of
didn't give us
technology.
all the info.
Yeah.
Let's get back on
Yeah.
email, go back to this person and say, "Come on."
Yeah. It's still a good
Um, but
story. I
all
mean, I would like
but yeah,
to I would like to
but all
actually ask you some questions about
we
your
need a
decision making.
this we did say this podcast wouldn't be about like interviewing people, but I
Yeah.
think we could make an exception
Yes,
if
because I
somebody
would
has
like
a
to.
really good story or more to it.
Yes, I have a few questions. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Have your decision making
Um,
skills gotten any better after this? Because
yeah,
I would
and
reflect.
I'm
So,
not work. No, I like how they ended that. I decided this was not the
yeah.
job for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I I think
Uh,
so.
anyways, I think that's it, Ricky. I
Yeah,
think we should ask people to send in your stories. We'd love to hear them.
absolutely.
Uh, as Rob would like us to say, lather, rinse, repeat. I mean, Rob says
Isn't it
subscribe, share, follow. Or
maybe?
does Rob say
Is it head and shoulders, knees and toes? I don't
head and
know.
shoulders? Rob says we're just gonna
uh
splice Rob's voice in at the
we're
end of
gonna
this so he can
we're gonna
tell
he's
you
gonna
what
be
you
mad.
want to
I'm gonna create
follow,
more
like,
work.
subscribe.
Yes. Yes.
Good night, Ricky.
Like,
Thank all of you. Thank you guys all for being in Granny's basement with us.
yes, thank
Have a
you.
great week.
Yes, have a great week. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.